This is Snark Week, and I am here with Axel. I mean,
So,
yeah, it's been some strange times lately, but one of our favorite VTubers has debuted, um, and she is a fish, and her name means the child of a shark, mackerel, and this is a city built in her honor. What can you say about this, Axel, as the
yeah,
as the architect of this whole thing?
yes. So this was made to commemorate Sameko Saba's debut. Um, right now we have like a few settlements going on around the island, which is man-made, and as you can see, there's solar power stations. There's an industrial sector. There's the residential buildings, city hall, a college, and a few businesses as well. In addition to that, there is the paper boat island right here. Paper boat. And
Paper
then
boat.
yes. And then there's Kaniki, which represents Sameko Saba's fans.
Yes.
And of course, her greeting right here, yo ho.
Yo ho.
Yep. So yeah, this is the city of Sameko Saba in the middle of the ocean.
Wow.
And, today we're about to get started to do some city business.
Nice. I have to say, the whole island kind of reminds me of a I already forgot the word for it.
Oh, maybe it was that the pastry dish or something.
The pastry fish. Taiyaki. Looks like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
taiyaki.
yeah.
I wonder whether it's
It
filled with Nutella or custard or red bean paste.
Mm-hmm.
I got a couple of those in my freezer, actually.
Oh, that's cool.
They're red. Go on, please.
Yes. Okay, so apparently right now there's news breaking on the city that there's a power stations are showing its age. So I guess we better take a look.
Wow, already?
Yeah. Well, that's fine. I'm sure we'll receive like some funding to help alleviate that should anything go amiss.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway,
Is there any development planned for the fish head?
yes, there is going to be future development for the fish head right there.
I am noticing there is at least a road that goes to the middle of it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So right here, when I first started building on the city, these trees weren't there. They just grew by itself.
Well, maybe there should be more trees. And trees mark a prosperous island.
Yes. Anyway. Now our city wants a airport, but of course we're kind of short on the money right now, so that's gonna have to wait.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, maybe people are tired of traveling through paper boat.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah. So you see there's a train going right around town, doing its thing, taking its passengers wherever they have to go.
Of course.
And Oh, what do we have here? There's more news about the power plants.
Uh-oh. Are any of them stopping working?
Well, so right now, as it stands, if we if any of them expire, only a few of them will stay, and any money in the treasury will go to those power stations, while the
Okay.
rest of them will just explode.
Explode, oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll see.
I could have sworn I saw a little bit of development already happening in the city.
Mm-hmm.
There's another tower that Bill took next to another.
Yeah. Got some nice looking office buildings right here.
Mm-hmm. Keeping...
I'm inclined to say that this might be kind of the downtown area for now.
Yep.
Of course, things could change. Oh, oh,
That was most of them.
yeah. Oops. But no worries. I think I can fix that.
That's cool.
Uh,
I never expected them to add explosions to solar power plants.
yeah. Yeah, any structure will do that whenever it gets destroyed.
I see.
Alright. Alright, so we have enough money to cover the replacements.
That's good.
Yeah, thanks to a little dark secret, I should say. Yeah.
I have a feeling of what that could be, but I won't reveal it.
Yeah. Anyway, I think because we have enough in our treasury, I think we should start building more. The music is really catchy too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And
Let me make sure our viewers can hear it.
Okay. Yeah. The music just stopped, so.
Oh, okay.
I can always let's see, replay it. Can you hear it?
Yeah, it's a little faint, but I can hear it.
I see. Yeah. So this is actually I'm playing a modded version of SimCity 2000 called SIC 2K Fix. It's really great. It allows custom music files to be played, and it also fixes the time speed. Like
I am also noticing that it's actually in widescreen.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh, something happened.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. How are we doing right now?
Your stream is active now.
Okay, good. Alright. So, yeah, what I was about to say is with the time speed, if you had African Swallow on, oh, okay, well sometimes the mod would work, but other times the mod will just forget to work. But usually the African Swallow, it goes a little too fast, so they tried to mod it to make African Swallow more manageable.
Oh.
So, yeah. And another neat thing about this mod is that in the vanilla version of SimCity 2000, when you were trying to look at the dates and how time progresses, it doesn't show the actual days, but with this mod, it clearly shows right there.
It's 2106.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Will our civilization be functional by then?
Oh, we'll see. You never know what happens. the current events during that time will likely be pretty different from today's.
Yes, well, and ours too.
Yeah. Anyway, one thing about the days in the mod is that there's only 25 days in a month. Which I know it does sound strange, but I think the reason why it's like that, it's probably because of a technical limitation.
Well, I mean, it's a nice nice and simple number.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's not as it doesn't. I guess theoretically you could make it 30 days if you wanted it to be a multiple of 5, but I don't know. Maybe making it shorter helped the gameplay flow.
Yeah, I know.
I think you accidentally put fence on top of the road.
Oh no, those are power lines.
Oh, okay.
So I have to supply the zoned areas with power, so that way they can do their business.
Ah, I see.
And
whoa, what's this?
This is the underground system. So all these blue stuff you see there are the buildings that are supplied with water.
Of course,
So,
you need that.
yeah, and in order to have water supplied to the city, you gotta have these things right there called water pumps. You gotta place them right next to a body of fresh water. And what I also like to do is that I like to build a water tower right next to it, so that way the city will get plenty of water. And when the city grows, all I have to do is just build more of them. And
That's cool.
It helps alleviate the water problem. So yeah. Okay. Fix that. Okay, the African swallow is now working properly.
What's the African
Earlier-
swallow?
So it's the speed option.
Okay.
It's right here. Yeah. So it's the name of the. I think it's supposed to be a type of bird. Anyway, yeah, the African swallow, it speeds up time, in-game time. And
I saw a couple
what you
of
saw just now.
I saw a couple of new buildings.
Oh yeah, of course. Just to place a few parks. Okay, so it looks like our city could use more industry, so we're going to get to work on that. So that way our city can be productive. Now another thing to keep in mind is that if certain zones seem slower to develop, that's because it's not next to other zones. So if I place a commercial area right there, it'll make all the difference. Just like that. I'm gonna build roads to make sure that people can go in and out easier. It's also important to know that the zone, like when you're building zones, it has to be like within 3 tiles to a road. If it's farther than that, then it won't develop. Are you still with us, Evan?
I'm still here. I mostly let you talk at this point, since I'll know all about the game.
Okay. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
All right, that's good to know. Right now, I'm building some some rail, so that way those who don't like driving can get around town.
Well, that's a good reason to use rail. I mean, rail's not really used for that as much in around where we live, but I guess the train system. I guess we do have a local train system that works pretty well. That gets us to the big city without a car. Considering how bad the parking is in that big city.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Build another station right there, so once again we make it easier. Alright. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, we have enough to make an airport, so let's get to that.
Great.
Okay. Now there's so many different places where we could build one. Well, I guess
the nose isn't super populated.
yeah.
and it would be next to a train station, so.
Oh yeah.
I think I'd say that's a win-win.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll just build a train station nearby.
Yeah.
So that way
nobody has to drive.
Right.
Unfortunately, by doing this, we're getting rid of the one tree in a couple of miles.
Yeah, that's true. But more will grow in time. So, yeah. You know, the funny thing about this game is that if you demolish trees sometimes, the game will give you a message saying that citizens will protest it. So
something tells me they won't protest this one.
Probably not. The protest will only work if you're like I have the demolish option selected now, and if I were to click on that, the message would appear. Or, well, sometimes. It doesn't appear all the time when
it's also this tree is also well out of the public eye.
Yeah.
It is strange to me that so few trees have grown, though. Yeah.
Yeah, trees take a very long time to grow. So, its growth isn't always immediately noticeable in real life, but in a game, it's much more so the case.
Admittedly, I stopped paying attention at that point. Sorry.
It's no problem. Alright, so now our airport is starting to see development, which means the city will have more economic opportunities along the way.
Yes. And plenty of tourists, too.
Yeah. So that way we will get overseas Kaneki to visit Sameko Saba, the city, the island city.
Yes. That's great.
Yeah.
They no longer have to come here in paper boats.
Right. Oh yeah, speaking of which, the city could use a facility where you could use your paper boat, so to speak.
Oh yeah.
Right there.
Up here. Oh, they were very excited about that.
Yeah. You see? There's a sailboat right there.
Mm-hmm. Now he's got somewhere to park.
Yeah.
I'm gonna visit the uncharted territory of the text.
Yeah.
It seems he wasn't that interested after all.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot more to see in this place.
Yep. Admittedly, having trouble understanding what the how the roads work. Like I keep seeing a lot of what looks like roads to nowhere.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's just
oh, excuse me, your stream's paused again.
oh, is it?
Yeah, there you go. That works now.
Okay. Yeah, so the roads, yeah, I mean, I guess because it was a game that came out in 1993, they probably didn't think too much of it. So
Mm-hmm.
at the time, it wasn't so much of a big deal, I would think. But when there's a next game called SimCity 3000, um, the the roads have a proper end to it.
That's
And
cool.
yeah, and you could literally see cars, making a turn on it whenever it reaches the end.
Budget.
Yeah, so it'll just keep on driving.
We're at the 21-minute mark.
All right.
Yeah, it's quite a beautiful island.
Thank you. Yeah, it's so nice there. You want to move there yourself.
Possibly.
Right. Gonna build more industry right there. Because we want certain areas of this municipality to prosper.
Yes. Does this version of SimCity have a giant monster that invades the city eventually?
Yes. It can happen. Of course, it's only possible if the disasters are enabled, but with this city, it isn't. So,
Okay. So we're not going to see.
you,
So we're not going to see Dino Gura invade this city anytime soon.
No, unfortunately. Um, but this game has its own monster, which is basically a robot thing. It looks like a spider, but it only has like 4 legs, and it zaps the ground with causing destruction. It'll shoot down either fire, windmills, or water.
Huh. So basically, it's basically kind of like the tripod from War of the Worlds.
Yeah, you could say that. In fact, I can show you what the monster looks like.
Is there like save states for this game, so you don't have to worry about deconstructing your city?
Oh yeah, it's no worries at all. I can always I will show you what the monster looks like.
Sure. Damn.
So the monster is shooting down water. Makes a lot of sense, right?
Doesn't seem like it'd be very destructive, but I guess it is.
Yeah. Well,
Alright, I think I've seen enough.
Alright. So it's just an example of what I wanted to show you.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just gonna reload the same.
I like that you can do that.
Yeah.
You can experience the monster attack without without worrying about actual destruction.
Yeah. Well, I mean, structures still do get destroyed, but if it's water, it doesn't spread.
Yeah.
Or if they use windmills as well. The only one that really spreads is the fire. That's the one you want to watch out for.
Yeah, well, yeah, that spreads easily, yeah.
Yeah.
This music's pretty nice.
But yeah. Yeah, I like it too. Yeah, I've always imagined if this game like ever came out on Sega CD, this is probably what the soundtrack would have sounded like, maybe.
Makes sense.
But of course, that didn't quite come into fruition. It did come out on consoles, though. It came out on PlayStation, Sega Saturn, and only in Japan, even the Nintendo 64.
I could have sworn that there was a SimCity on Super Nintendo.
Yes, it's true. There is a version of SimCity that was published by Nintendo, which is quite different from this one. And there was also a version of SimCity 2000 that came out on Super Nintendo as well. But what makes that version different from the original SimCity on Super Nintendo is that the 2000 was not published by Nintendo, but it was licensed by Nintendo, published by a different publisher.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I recall that supposedly Super Nintendo SimCity, not to be confused with SimCity 2000, had its monster was Bowser.
Yes. The SimCity, I mean, the Super Nintendo version had Bowser in it because, it gave them the creative freedom to add stuff that has to do with Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty cool. I'm gonna check. Okay, free clinics. Okay, where is that? Oh yeah, it's right there. Okay. The Kanikis get free clinics. Right.
Good. As it should be.
Mm-hmm. No. We'll build more residential spots so that way we can get more inhabitants here.
Good.
Maybe I should build an office space right there.
I'm surprised there isn't an option to just grow trees.
Actually, there is.
Oh. Oh.
Right here. So.
I see. That's cool.
Right there. Yep. Yeah, I forgot to bring that up. But it is possible to plant your own trees in your city.
Huh.
Oops. Oh yeah, my power to my airport is, yeah. I probably should try to fix that.
That sounds like a priority.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I think I have an idea. I'm just gonna build this instead. It produces a lot more power and is also just as clean as solar power, but a lot more powerful. So I think we can just get rid of that and then just rewire it. So we don't have to worry for the time being. Alright, I think it's time to add new development. Right on the fins. Right. I'm gonna build more of these things right there. Oh well. Okay. Yeah, normally a popping sound effect would come out, but I think the mod is glitching a little bit and it's playing the zapping sound instead, which is normally reserved for placing power lines. Okay. Okay. I should build a little bit of commercial zoning, so that way it'll make the neighborhood a little more appealing for some people. There. Oh yeah, you can't forget these parts either. So let's fix that. Okay. Okay. So it looks like we need more schools by the looks of it. So let's fix that.
The Kaneki School District.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the Kaneki Island, or whatever you want to call it, certainly has plenty of inland bodies of water,
Mm-hmm.
and some of which are pretty sizable.
Mm-hmm.
For an island, at least.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, what happened to all your power plants?
Oh, I removed them and replaced it with just this one fusion plant because
Oh. Is
yeah,
that like,
solar.
is that like nuclear?
Well, I don't know how it's called. It's called a fusion power plant. So I guess technically it uses nuclear in some way, but this is the kind that won't emit radiation. At least that's how it works in the game.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, it takes up less space, I'll give it that.
Yeah.
So, do any sharks show up at the beaches? This is the first time I mentioned sharks in this entire video. I'm sorry, go on, please.
Well, yeah, it's possible. But
Yeah.
normally when you read the city newspaper in this game, it usually talks about what's going on in the city.
Oh, okay.
And not so much about the smaller things in life.
I see.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't really get any hurricanes, so...
Right. As long as the disasters are turned off.
Yes.
But if they were turned on, it causes pretty good amount of damage.
Yep.
Especially in the coastal areas.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's always a mess to clean up, if I'm being real with you.
I get that. Yeah, because I guess, I don't know. It's hard to really think about any conversation involving the coastal areas in some ways because of that.
Yeah. I mean, the SimCity 2000, as far as graphics go, if you see like the biome, it is quite limited. I will say that. But that would be different when they came out with SimCity 3000 Unlimited, which I like to differentiate between the regular 3000. In the regular 3000, they only had one biome, but in Unlimited, you could pick up to 5 different ones, I believe.
That's cool.
And you can also choose the different trees that grow as well.
Nice.
Unfortunately, they got rid of that in SimCity 4, so it's just one biome, unless if you download like some kind of mod for it.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That seems like a big downgrade to consider.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna place lighter zones right there because it's near an airport. No. Because safety matters, of course. Okay, I'm gonna speed this up to see how development goes, and yeah, we gotta.
The year is 2128.
That's right. It is 2128. Yeah, stuff has changed from that time.
Yeah.
But you know, it's life as it has always been for the Kaneki, living in Sameko Saba City.
Is Saba even alive at this point?
Well, I'm sure that during that time, people still celebrate her.
Yes. I imagine.
Regardless of where she's at.
Yes.
Oh, you want to see a funny message?
Sure.
So this is what he says when Transit Authority has 100% funding, right? But if I go below that, guess what? See? He's pissed.
I don't see it on screen.
Oh, you don't see it on screen?
No. I only see the fish.
Oh. Because I clicked the budget screen and it shows a message.
Oh.
Yeah.
Darn it. Well, I guess I can't see it maybe because it's only focusing on your on one of the windows.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a shame.
Yeah, I would have loved to see it, but it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you can like edit the video to show the image of what I'm talking about, so that way viewers can get context.
I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just send me the image, I guess.
course.
The reason I clapped is, so I'll remember to do that.
How are you doing on time?
We have gone to the 40-minute mark.
Okay.
So, at this point, we have enough time for an episode. We can keep going if you like, but I don't know.
Okay.
It remains to be seen whether... that's beautiful. It's really made some progress.
Thank you. Yeah. So far, this is what the city of Sameko Saba looks like. So I'm going to save a version of it just to be safe.
Yep. There's especially been a lot of development on the head.
Yeah. Yeah, the area between the eye and the fin still has some ways to go.
Do you think that at some point the eye might have to be considered a water source?
A what?
Do you think at some point the eye will have to be considered a water source?
A water source. It's possible. But, of course, even though this is supposed to be considered an ocean, the game treats it like freshwater.
Oh, okay. So you get fresh water from the quote unquote ocean at this point.
Yeah, because in this game, salt water is only supplied on one side of the map, and it's always been one side on SimCity 2000. But that would be different in 3000, where you could build where you could have a shoreline surrounding the entire map, which means there would be salt water everywhere. Well, maybe not strictly.
Well, on the coast.
You know what I
on
mean.
the coast.
Yeah, like there could be like a fresh water source like in the middle of the map.
Let me guess. 4 removed this feature. Did it?
Yeah. Yeah, SimCity
Wow.
4 removed a lot of things. Yeah. I never really got that why 4 had to
Stream
skimp
pause.
out on certain stuff.
Yeah, stream paused.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go. Now it works. Now it works.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So far, this is what the Sameko Saba city looks like.
Yep, looks great.
Save it one more time.
Yep.
Thank you. So, would you like to see the empty version of this map?
Sure, I'd like to see it.
Okay, I'm going to load that up. Okay.
There it is. Yo ho.
Yep.
The logo of
See.
Sameko Saba. It's the mackerel.
Mhm. Yep. And there's the paper boat.
And there's the kaneki.
Yep. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to show you guys today for this episode of Snark Week.
Yep. And you've done a very smack up job with this. It's quite nice.
Yeah.
Yep. You probably, for anyone that follows Sameko Saba, you probably know why this is on this show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
Yeah, guys. If you haven't watched Sameko Saba yet, I would suggest you do so whenever you can.
yep.
Yeah.
She just had a stream where she just had a stream where she played a bunch of video
yeah,
games
game
based
series.
off of game shows.
Yeah, like
And-
Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, it was a very good stream.
Yeah.
But anyway, and I'm sure she'll come up with something else. But whatever,
Yeah.
she's more popular than us, so whatever.
Yeah, of course. Yep.
All right, is that all?
Yeah, I think we're gonna conclude it here. Sounds good.
All right, good game.
Yeah.
Happy
good
Snark
game.
Week.
Yeah. This has been Shark Week. Snark Week.
Shark Week, Snark Week. It's hard to tell the difference. See ya.